Well done. Happy Thursday, everybody. So, is it all just pretend, or have they met little green men? Well, it looks like Mulder and Scully were right, and I don't even know who that is, but some nerd on my staff wrote it, so let's go with it. Yeah, according to some remarkable testimony from 3 men we heard before Congress yesterday, we are not alone. There are flying saucers, and not just when my assistant screws up my coffee. Our planet is being visited by beings from another world, and it's not just this freak. We call them UFOs, but the government now calls them unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAP, not to be confused with WAP or ALF. The star was David Grusch, a former intel officer for the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, or NGA. He made headlines last month when he claimed the U.S. government has been hiding UFO crash debris and even dead non-human pilots. They're likely in Joe's garage next to the Corvette. But this time he said it under oath, and he's not a Democrat, so it matters. Play the tape.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
Biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
So they're aliens, but they're dead. Guess they probably killed themselves when they learned I was married. It happens a lot. So what does a biologic look like? Well, we don't know, but they're considered non-human. So let's start there. Remember that creature? He was here on Earth for a few years, then disappeared. I'm pretty sure he was from the planet Jackass. So, is Grusch credible? Here's what our guy, Walter Kern, said on the show last week.
I know the whistleblower. I know Dave Grusch. Okay. He's actually a very sincere guy. America, though, may get its wish. It may see a congressional hearing at which all our big shots are there arranged behind their desks with their glasses of ice water, and they out the existence of aliens, and suddenly a blue beam comes into the room, vaporizes Chuck Schumer, etc.
So he predicted a lot of that. Is he right there? I mean, people are starting to act really weird. Could aliens be responsible for this behavior?
I love hot dogs. I love them in buns. I love them outside of buns. I love them with baked beans. I just like hot dogs. It's the best, best meat there is, without question.
He's on the naughty step from PSG. He's not gone on the tour of Japan. What have you been supposed to see? Shaq!
I am telling you right now, that back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
This week has been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
Okay, Mitch? Anything else you want to say, or should we just go back to your office? Do you want to say anything else to the press? Go back.
Go ahead, John.
I'll take it.
Is that what Kern was talking about? So why isn't all this testimony a bigger news story? An ex-government official said we have alien bodies. That's either the greatest story in human history or the greatest hoax. We've had decades of sci-fi movies made about this very moment, and we're all like, yeah, cool, let's watch Barbie. Is everyone as checked out as Joe Biden? I mean, if there's even a chance it could be true, this is under oath after all. Why isn't it the only thing anybody is talking about today? People flip out every time Kim Kardashian takes out her garbage. But aliens are real, and we're ignoring it like it's Brian Kilmeade weeping in the men's room, which is often. We finally got several credible ex-witnesses testifying in an open congressional hearing to the existence of UFOs. Both the Dems and Republicans take it seriously, too. And everybody just yawns like someone's showing them pictures of their ugly kids. It's weird. Maybe if we cared more and demanded more, we'd get more. Instead, we just shrug off the possibility of intelligent life from outer space. Have we become that bored? I mean, what do we do after we hear about aliens? We go back to our phones. Meanwhile, Grusch, or whatever his name is, claims people have been injured in efforts to cover up this technology. I think we called that the COVID vaccine mandate.
Do you have any personal knowledge of people who have been harmed or injured in efforts to cover up or conceal these extraterrestrial technology?
Yes.
Anyone been murdered that you would that you know of or have heard of, I guess?
I have to be careful asking that question. I directed people with that knowledge to the appropriate authorities.
So it seems all of this is worth more than a few minutes on a talk show, especially since UAP are in our airspace, but they're grossly underreported.
UAP are in our airspace, but they are grossly underreported. These sightings are not rare or isolated, they are routine.
Are there common characteristics to the UAPs that have been cited by different pilots, and can you describe what the convergence of descriptions is?
Certainly. We were primarily seeing dark gray or black cubes inside of a clear sphere.
I'm sorry, dark gray or black cubes?
Yes, inside of a clear sphere, where the apex or tips of the cube were touching the inside of that sphere.
It's basically a circle full of black squares. Sounds intriguing. How does that stay in the air, actually? Is it some sort of anti-gravity device or perhaps one of our own experimental aircrafts flying through the air like that? You know, it could be one of our trains. Maybe it's the machine they used to lower Joy Behar into her pants. Here's another ex-Navy pilot when asked about his 2004 encounter with a UFO.
Based off of each of your experiences and observations, do you believe UAPs pose a potential threat to our national security?
Yes, and here's why. The technology that we faced was far superior than anything that we had, and you could put that anywhere. If you had one, you captured one, you reverse engineered it, you got it to work, you're talking something that can go into space, go someplace, drop down in a matter of seconds, do whatever it wants, and leave, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Sounds like he's describing me at a Starbucks bathroom. But we can't let flight technology fall into the wrong hands like the Russians, or worse, Spirit Air. Anyway, these guys all served our country for decades, and no one at the hearing questioned their credibility, so perhaps the government knows more about this stuff than they've been letting on. I mean, if they'll cover up cocaine in the White House, why wouldn't they cover up extraterrestrial pilots at Area 51? Or maybe I got it backwards, and the story is being amplified on purpose as a distraction for something else. But allegedly, this has been happening for decades without the general public knowing. How is that possible?
Do you have knowledge, or do you have reason to believe that there are programs in the advanced tech space that are unsanctioned?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
How does a program like that get funded?
I will give you generalities. I can get very specific in a closed session, but misappropriation of funds and
Does that mean
self-fund.
that there is money in the budget that is said to go to a program, but it doesn't, and it goes to something else?
Yes, I have specific knowledge of that. Yep.
That seems like you need a follow-up question for that. So maybe we're not alone. Should we be scared? I mean, sci-fi movies always showed our cities getting destroyed by aliens. But let's be honest, the Dems are doing a far better job than any green men ever could. So if any beings from other planets are watching this right now, here's my question. Why the anal probes? And more importantly, do you clean them afterward? Let's welcome tonight's guest. He attacks woke culture like a ravenous vulture. Journalist and comedian Andrew Doyle. Like a Hallmark movie, she was made for TV. Fox Nation host Casey McDonald-Hosmer. Toads get high from licking her. Fox News contributor Cat 2. And the Kool-Aid Man once asked him for tips on how to bust through walls. My massive sidekick in the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Tyrant. So, Drew, I've been following. I feel like such a newsman after doing that. All those clips. Watch out, Brett Baer, huh? It's easier than it looks. You know, whenever you hear these stories, it's only like in America, which raises. Is Britain just too boring?
Yeah, the aliens never come to me. I don't know why. I'm a bit jealous, actually. And I've always believed in aliens. I genuinely think they exist. Because how else could you explain Barry Manilow, right? But I think, but why I don't believe you guys when you're talking about aliens now is that you constantly talk about the wreckage that the government has, right? All the wreckage that you've got. Why do the aliens keep crashing, right? Because we're supposed to believe that these people have mastered interdimensional travel, but they can't park.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, have they only sent their women aliens?
Oh, a sexist would say. I was just about to say that, too.
All right, well, there we go, great minds, yeah. Although this could be a great political opportunity. I think, like with Donald Trump, you know, he won in 2016 by threatening to build a wall to keep out Mexicans. Yeah. And we could build a dome.
Yeah.
Right? He's going to keep out, ban aliens.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They might be here right now and just be invisible. That's what I worry about, Casey. Have you ever dated an alien?
Probably.
Yeah.
Aren't we in a dome, though, if you believe in aliens? We are in a dome, right?
Well, we're already in one.
Yeah, we're already in one. There's water above us. I'm dressed as I knew the aliens existed all along, Barbie, today. I do believe in aliens. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm so in the prepper space now. You should see my Tic Tac when I open it up. It is all that stuff. But I think the powers that be, they were like, they really want the Epstein log. Give them the aliens. Just throw the aliens. Best we can do are aliens.
Well, that's true. I mean, there is the idea that it might be a distraction, except though it's like the Republicans are into it too. So, well, the Epstein log would explain that because that's kind of bipartisan perversion, I think. I wouldn't know. I don't participate in that sort of garbage. Cat.
What's up?
I don't know. You've often been mistaken for a space alien because you have a freakishly small body and a large head with lifeless eyes.
I'm so glad I came to work.
I'm assuming you wrote that question.
I did not, but I can't wait to find out who did.
So what do you think?
I think that actually what you were saying earlier explains it all. You said that both sides are interested in it. That's why we don't talk about it more. Because there's no political advantage to talking about aliens right now. If we find out there's aliens, there's no way that the government can do it. But if they found out that aliens were woke,
yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I don't want another identity group to deal with.
But they don't know it. That's the only issue. They don't know enough about the aliens to know how to politicize it yet.
Oh, they do. There's nothing more otherness than being an alien from another planet. That's the thing. And you know they're going to be like the woke. You know they're going to be like, they're going to come down here, take over everything, and then act like they're oppressed.
Well, maybe that's why they're all dead.
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe.
I might identify as one just to get the perks, right?
Maybe they're not woke, though. Maybe they're really, really, like, libertarian, and they just don't want, they're here, they don't want to let anyone know because they don't want to pay taxes.
And they love cats, too.
That's right. The moment aliens land, they're going to want to pay taxes.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell anybody I was here. The government made me.
Yeah. Tyrus, why does no one care? Like, even now, okay, that's pretty compelling stuff.
Like, I feel like if someone has to wait for the government to tell you that they were aliens on this planet, you're already a moron to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, if you vacationed, if you've been to anywhere in a temple, you've seen a pyramid, they're all over the world, you can tell by the designs that it was not 16 slaves in a rock that built the pyramids. Perfect designs that we still can't do today. Listen, for 70,000 years, we had a rock and a stick and couldn't figure it out. Somebody came down and said, here, tie this together, build this stuff, try to use some fire, and then what happened? We around and ate them, or sexually assaulted them, and they left.
Yeah.
The reason why they drive back is because they're like, Elon got rockets going. They're like, someone needs to swing by and make sure they can't get up here.
Yeah.
Remember the last time? Last time we went down there? Every Bible, it's the same thing. The angels come down, right?
Right.
But you never hear about them going back.
Right.
Because they around and ran into a human being, and we either ate them, fought them, or So they left.
Do you think
we only find the dead ones because they rather die than spend one day here?
It is an interesting fact, though. If we eat fellow Earthlings, we've talked about this, we eat cows and pigs and ducks. Those are Earthlings. What should prevent us from eating?
If you just pulled up to a spot and like, hey, this is a good place, let's check it out. Let's take us to the leader. They are eating everybody.
Yeah.
I'm small. I have no bone density. I can't breathe this oxygen. Turn around. Let's get out of here. They're eating people. So that's what happened. There's plenty of history of them and all of mankind getting to where we are and how we were able to become the way we are. It's just that we ruined the teacher. The teachers left. and then our technology is a dumber version of theirs because they took all their with them. Like, nope, they cannot get up here. No.
I would do the same thing, I think.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.